Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. And today, with you guys, is finally another podcast video with Recon Trooper. We're back at it again.
Hey there, folks. Recon Trooper here, and if you're watching my video, I hope you enjoy the Halo and Jurassic World, not Jurassic World, Battle for Middle-earth 2 gameplay.
Nice.
Yeah. See, we were talking about our Jurassic World podcast that Franchise still hasn't posted, and I guess that just kind of got to me when I was saying it. But no, it's Battle for Middle-earth 2 gameplay. I recorded some.
Actually, you know what? I think that's the game that the Battlefront 2 guys made.
No.
Is that Pandemic Studios?
No. You'll see it. It's like one of those games that you have like an open world and you create create armies and stuff with. Like you have two opposing sides, and you basically have to destroy the other side, and you build marketplaces and stuff to build resources so you can recruit guys and such.
That's actually kind of cool. I gotta look into that.
Yeah, you'll see it when I post it. It's on Minas Tirith, but it's not completely movie accurate. It's very much smaller than in the movie, and it's missing a level on it.
As expected. Well, it's an older game, right?
Well, that, and I mean, it's kind of, it wouldn't, I suppose, make sense at the time to have tried to make a life-size Minas Tirith just for a map for that.
Yeah.
You'd
probably get like 4 FPS.
Yeah. But anyway, and you guys know the drill by now. I know that's Franchise's line, but I don't want to wait for him to say it.
Yeah. Exactly. The drill, you guys know the drill, obviously. If you guys like, subscribe, and leave a like. It does help, believe it or not. Every other YouTuber you've ever watched says the same thing, but it is true.
Yeah. My 23 subscribers would agree.
Yeah.
Plus the 5 or 6 views that this one will get, but whatever.
I don't say that. We're going to get more.
One or two of them being myself, because I have to watch it to make sure it works okay.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I want to discover some glitch that happened right at the worst moment in the gameplay or the recording.
Oh my god, that would suck.
Yeah.
I'm assuming mine will work, but yeah, I don't know what gameplay I have, you guys. I mean, you know as soon as you're watching this, but let me know what it is, because I want to find out. It'll be interesting. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. We got a lot of cool concepts. I know that I actually just watched the movie I, Robot.
Yeah.
Which came out in 2004, so I know that's going to be a topic. I want to cover a few other things, but yeah, I mean, whatever. I guess I'll let you start. What do you think you want to begin with here?
Well, we could start with iRobot, because, I've been waiting to hear what you have to say about it. Your review isn't out yet, so I have to hear you say it on here. So.
Yeah, let's start with that. I mean, I started watching this, and I'm like, okay, I'm not the biggest Will Smith fan. I'm like, yeah,
you don't have to be, and you don't have to be a Tom Cruise fan to watch The Last Samurai.
True, yeah.
I'm
sitting there, and I'm like, all right, well, this will be whatever. And then I'm like, geez, freaking, 2004? Like, this movie, like, it pretty much, like, holds up. There's a few prequel-esque looking CGI, but, that's to be expected. It's all a movie.
Well, sometimes when you're looking at Sonny's hands, he has kind of hinges where the knuckles are, and then other times it just looks like they're replaced with balls. But it's
really?
It's a small... That's a small thing I notice, but it's fine.
That's funny.
I mean,
no, yeah, I mean it is. Like, I think overall the movie itself is good. I enjoyed it. If anything, it's a really interesting topic, right? Because like, if anyone of you guys watches The Simpsons, like, there's some episodes where like they quote unquote like predict the future, where like stuff, they make a joke and then it like eventually comes true. Which is really weird. It's like that. It's like, people watching this in, 2004, they probably lost their friggin' minds, because they're like, oh, there's no way the, robots or cars. And, in 2026, we still don't have these kind of robots yet. You know, walking around our streets and
Yeah.
flying cars.
And
or whatever,
the cars have. I told you once. The cars have kind of bowling balls for wheels.
yeah, yeah. Sonny's car
We
is
don't have
pretty
those
wild.
yet.
No, not yet. It looks like a test track model.
But
But yeah, I mean, the movie itself is interesting because you know, on the one hand, it talks about the AI aspect of how AI can be good and how it can really mess you up and
yeah,
all that. So that's cool. It's almost like a little warning in that aspect. But yeah, I think Will Smith plays a good role in this. I think Del Spooner is a weird name, but I guess this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this movie is based on a book.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's the biggest critique is it's got the same name as the book that's called iRobot, but apparently there's major deviations that people had a fit about. But
Really?
I actually
Okay.
never didn't know there was a book until I started looking into this a week ago because I wanted to see I wanted to re-see what people thought of it, and seeing all these things like it's not the same as the book, so it's garbage. And I mean, this is my exposure to the iRobot, so
Right.
it's a good action flick for the most part. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I
when you're
enjoyed it. I thought.
if you're somebody that goes completely brain dead when they're reading something, like me at times, then this
Yeah.
is a good way to get the brain to keep living.
For sure. I hate when that happens. Sometimes like when I'm reading my Star Wars novel, I'm like reading it and I'm like, cool, and then I just like completely blank on like the last 4 pages and I'm like, oh, gotta read that again.
Yeah. Well,
That sucks.
that's what I'm like when I read my Bible at times. I'm reading
Yeah.
something, trying to, get a sense of the Holy Spirit talking to me or whatever, and
Yeah.
nothing seems to happen. It just feels like rinse and repeat every day because that's what I do. I try to read a little bit of my Bible after each of my exercises in the morning, and then of course at church on Sundays. So,
Right. Yeah.
but
As one would do, right?
yeah. But yeah,
But
I
yeah, I
don't
mean,
mind it. I think it's a good action flick, and if anything, like the like you can obviously tell that there are, like in the beginning when it shows Chicago and it says Chicago 2035, we're not there yet. We'll get there hopefully.
we'll find out.
Yeah. You can obviously see that. I mean, yeah, it kind of looks like Coruscant from episode 2 in the morning.
Yeah, it does.
Just
That's what
but
I thought.
except there's no speeders. They're all on roads still, so they're not flying.
Yeah.
But it
Well,
kind of
yeah,
looks like that. It's, obviously the CGI is has its moments, but not so much that it takes you out of the movie. You just notice it. That's
no.
all.
Right. And I think, like I knew of Sonny, right? Like through the zeitgeist or whatever, I just knew like what he looked like, and I
Yeah.
just knew the model from the internet. But and of course the popular meme where he goes no or whatever toward the end, I think that made me die because I thought that meme was just like doctored by some guy in his basement, but no, it's just a clip from the movie.
Yeah.
So that was funny, but I didn't know that. But yeah, I think that it's got good action. I think Will Smith is good. I think this is one of his best roles I've seen him in.
It's
He does good in
actually I
this.
think it's the only movie I have that he's in that I know of, unless there's one lying
Okay.
around here somewhere. So, it's the only one
Well,
I've seen. I can see him in on a daily basis if I wanted to. I don't have
right.
I
Well,
Am Legend or what's it called, Hancock or Aladdin live action or anything. So,
oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I do have Aladdin. I have Suicide Squad, the first one, which he's in.
yeah,
And
he's
I haven't seen any of
Deadshot,
the Men in
isn't he?
Black films. Correct. Yep.
Yeah, I heard about it. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that, but
It's fine.
yeah,
But that's another topic, I guess. But
yeah.
I think he does good in this. Whoever I don't know the actor lady who plays the doctor or the
Yeah,
psychiatrist or whatever.
yeah, I forgot her name. Her last name is Mohanagan or something.
Oh, Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Monaghan? Bridget, that's it. Bridget Monaghan. Or something like
Okay.
that, anyway.
Yeah, I don't really even like remember. I think this is the first thing I've ever seen her in, but she was good.
Yeah.
Uh, I liked the murder mystery element. I thought that was kind of cool. Of like,
I
oh,
think
how did
she
this?
was in. I only briefly sort of saw it while it was on TV. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I think she's in John Wick as the dead girlfriend.
The first John Wick?
I guess so. The one where the dog gets killed and he goes on a rampage.
Yeah, yeah, that's the first
I
one.
think
Yeah.
she played in that because there were little snippet flashbacks, and I thought she looked familiar, but of course they're so brief that you can't quite, analyze it very well until, but
I'd have to go on IMDb and search, but I
yeah.
mean, yeah,
But
she did a
anyway,
good job.
yeah.
Yeah, she was good. And then,
It's funny seeing
yeah, I like
her
like a,
outside of her element at times, thinking everything's voice activated and
yeah, there's some interesting moments in that. I actually like that. I don't even want to. I don't know if it's like a character arc, so to speak, but I like that in the beginning she's kind of cold, and I thought she was a robot at first because I'm like she's like really stoic and like stiff.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, she's a
like
business person. She
right,
it's kind of she never really grew up as a human being, so to speak. It's not until she meets Dell that she starts to learn to become a human.
right. I think that's a good moment for her, right? And like she's doing stuff at the end, she's making jokes, and she's kind of like, oh, our robots would never hurt anyone, and they're perfect, right? And oh,
Yeah.
the three laws or whatever. But then eventually she kind of wakes up and it's like, oh, like someone effed up here, and there's a big issue that we got to fix.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting.
Yeah. And what did you think of the building design?
I thought that was cool. I think it's got a lot of
I
like
mean, I don't
unique.
think it exists in Chicago yet, but still has a tall skyscraper thing that you could see yourself swinging on in a Spider-Man game, jumping
Yeah,
off of and
yeah, right.
swinging on, you know.
Or a Watch Dogs 4 or something. Yeah, I think that would be neat. I think yeah, the designs are cool. I like the car designs. I like the buildings and all that. It's got like a very it's almost got like a modern or timeless feel because even though it's 2004 and some shots don't hold up,
Wrong.
a lot of it
It's
does.
2035, remember?
Well, yeah, but I'm like, oh, like Sonny looks freaking good, like I like his expressions and
Yeah.
little tear that they added and like there's effort into this, and going back to the prequels, which I do like, but there are elements of this prequel trilogy for Star Wars where I'm like, oh, well, this shot looks really bad. So it's like, oh, every movie from this era must look this bad, right? But it's like, no, iRobot, like,
Well,
looks,
Spider-Man 2 didn't look so bad, and it's from that
no,
era.
right,
I mean,
right, right.
maybe there are some shots that you can clearly see Doc Ock as CGI. Like he looks like a 360 graphics computer guy
Right, right,
at
right.
times, but it's not all that bad. So
No. I mean, I got to rewatch those, but no, I
yeah,
think a lot of those movies hold up. And clearly there was effort put into this film. And, uh, while not, I have like a few tiny issues, but I think it's good. Like, I'm very glad I actually, saw it. And I'll have my own review out eventually soon here that you guys can watch just dedicated to that
yeah,
film. But that was dope.
yeah. It's I actually watched it last Friday in preparation for our podcast until I heard you didn't watch either of them yet. Or it was either that or you sent me the message saying the one I gave you didn't work.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I
At
mean,
least the exchange had
appreciate
it.
the effort. Right. Thank God.
Yeah, you
And then
don't.
I put the new version in my player, and it was like taking a really long time to load, and I'm like, oh damn it! Like, I guess I'm just like cursed, right? Like
Yeah,
something happened. But no, we got that one to work. So, but
yeah, that's good. And how do you know that Last Samurai works? You
I put that one in the player, and it worked just fine.
okay? Even though you didn't
So I
watch
didn't
it.
watch it.
Oh,
I want to.
yeah, because How do you know a movie doesn't work if you don't watch it?
Right. Well, I put the disc in and it loaded the main menu, so I'm like, all
Oh,
right. Like the other one didn't even load nothing. It just like made clicking sounds.
oh.
But no, I mean this one worked, and I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, I'm glad I watched it, and even my mom was in the room, and she was like, "That was a good movie." So like,
Yeah,
it's got the mom approval.
that's good.
So
Just,
yeah,
just
there you go.
don't go ripping robots up in front of her now, unless
No,
they're
I'll try
trying to
not
kill
to.
her.
Right, right.
But
Speaking of trying to kill people,
yeah,
which is a good transition. The I didn't know this, but Shia LaBeouf is in this movie for like 18 seconds, and all he does is like swear and like hit on girls, and then he just leaves. So I thought that
well,
was funny.
he doesn't really hit on anybody. He's kind of telling Spooner about certain women. Well, one we only hear about in his, he's got a weird way of talking in the movie, as you may have noticed.
Yeah, he's like trying to be ghetto and cool or whatever, and
And
Dell's just like shutting him down.
yeah, he's like, stop cussing because you're not good at it.
Yeah, he's like, you're not cool. Go home.
Yeah, but although the one line he says, "She just shot at you with her eyes closed, Spooner," he at least pulls that one off. So,
Yeah, that's true.
but
But it was funny because I was actually rewatching with Alan the Indiana Jones movies.
yeah,
You've never seen them, and when we watched Crystal Skull, Shy is in that one, so it was funny to me that just to see him.
yeah,
Like I know him from that and Constantine, but I haven't seen Transformers, but I'm like, oh, he's in that, so that was funny. But
yeah. Not to get onto Transformers, but the first one is actually not all that bad. The second one
that's
is
what I hear.
very much. It's hard to describe the second one because it's got suggestive themes that maybe make you cringe a little.
Okay,
And then the
all
third
right.
one is actually, it's kind of the middle ground, so to speak. Like there's good
Well,
things, but
Alan's seen
there's
them, and he's
not.
like, oh,
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. And what'd you think of that? There's the one shot that kind of, I shouldn't say creeps me out, but it's kind of got a slight horror element to it when Spooner's at the, before the climax starts, and you see Spooner talking to the dead professor's hologram. And then you see him turn his head, and then you see all these red lights on the containers. And I always get this slight horror feel whenever I see that, because, then he walks into like this robot graveyard, and then he sees, all robot hell breaking loose.
yeah. I think there are definitely some like horror element or like thriller horror elements. There's like I remember a shot where like one of the it's where Spooner's getting like jacked up in his car, with those like trash compactor looking vehicles, and
Yeah,
all the robots like attack him. That was crazy.
there's no
So I'm
way his
like,
luck is that bad until it
I know,
is.
right? But that scene was cool, and then I really liked the yeah, like there were definitely like some horror elements, especially where they all turn at the end. They're all like trying to like the older models, and then the sunny looking whatever they call them. I think that was kind
NS5s
of cool. Right. Yep.
and NS4s.
It was kind of freaky too, with like his grandma or whatever is like just trying to like leave, and they're like they're not being like evil, but they're kind of like forcing them in their homes or whatever. Like
Yeah,
it's
they're
creepy
kind of
because you could see that
they're kind
happen.
of being like they're acting like a regime. If you
Right.
lived in a certain country in the world that's currently dealing with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
but
that's what makes it more terrifying because like we're looking at AI shit now, and it's like, oh, like a lot of that stuff could happen, right? Like I mean,
yeah,
I know like
maybe
I use
not. Maybe they
ChatGPT.
won't look like this. Maybe they'll look like R2 or BB8, but
Yeah.
it could still happen with all those things. Just these little things chasing people all over the place and zapping them for not falling in line,
Right. Right.
or whatever.
Well, I wouldn't want like a K2SO attacking me. I'd take a BB-8 or a Dio, but yeah, not
Yeah.
that kind of that kind of
But
thing.
and what did you think of the Spooner's reason for hating robots? That flashback we get, that bit.
Yeah, Yeah, I like when movies kind of have like a thematic like storybook element where it's like, oh, it opens with this and then it concludes with a payoff. That was
Yeah.
cool. I mean, obviously it was effed up because a little girl died. But, spoiler
Yeah.
alert. But whatever for a 2004-year-old movie. But I think that it's got some emotional weight where you're looking at it and you're like, oh, like I understand why he's hesitant around these robots, right? And there was that moment where he gets hit in like the arm and his arm sparks, and I literally said, oh my God, out loud, because I guess I'm stupid, but I don't know if you thought this too, but I thought for a second that Spooner was a robot, like he was completely a robot,
Well, no,
and he's just
I don't think
pretending
I
to
ever
hate him.
thought. I don't think I ever thought that. But
Okay, so it's just me.
I think But granted, when I first saw this, I probably wasn't thinking a whole lot at all. Just seeing a bunch of robots killing people and then Spooner killing them and such. But
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I think certain things I did remember when I was younger, when I saw it a few times before finally officially getting it several years later.
Uh-huh.
But I think that's one thing that I kind of did remember about it, that he had a cybernetic arm.
Yeah.
So
It blew my mind because
you
I'm like,
know,
yeah, I guess maybe I was sleep deprived, but I'm like, oh my God, he's a robot. Wow.
yeah.
And then eventually I
Well,
guess,
you never
you
saw
even
the
see,
trailer, did you? I don't think it's in the trailer.
no, the only thing I knew before this movie was that no meme. That's it.
Oh, and
I knew nothing.
that's the no. That's the no when Spooner asks Sonny, Vicky didn't kill the old man, did she, Sonny? And he says,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of GIFs on here if you want to see anything except besides just the no one. Like the one I've
I'm
got,
sure there's,
I've got the one where it says, somehow I told you so, just doesn't quite say it.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got that one on here saved
That's funny.
in case I need it against you or Echo at some point.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, but overall, what did you like? Were there anything besides the arm thing? Was there anything that really freaked you out? Like seeing maybe the robots kind of Spider-Manning up the wall, and then it has that shot where it comes out of the building with Spooner and Calvin, and then you see them just crawling or up on the windows before they smash them. Did that creep you out
I
at
kind
all?
of, well, I mean, I don't know about creep because I watch all these horror movies, so nothing really scares me in movies because I know they're all fake. But like, it is kind of unnerving to see. It actually kind of reminded me of like Age of Ultron when all the Ultron bots are going crazy.
Oh,
Uh,
and the Avengers have to
but yeah, I
defend the
mean,
key or whatever it was.
right? Yeah, yeah. I just think that like the creepiest element of this movie is just the fact that like, and it's weird, right? Because in 2004, like when this movie released, no one really, I mean, the best thing we had was a dinky little cell phone, right? That barely turned on or whatever. So the fact that in 2026 we're getting AI, and like I use ChatGPT for, a few school things here or there for work at
Yeah.
Hogwarts, but it's like, obviously it's a little different, but we're getting to that stage where I'm like, oh, if we're not careful, this potentially might happen
Yeah.
in some scenario. So that's kind of the creepiest part for me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know if AI inventors thought of the 3 laws or anything. They're just thinking of how do we make our jobs easier?
Right. Yeah, I
Or
don't think they thought of any
everybody's
laws,
jobs easier,
right.
Forget
How do we
about
replace
programmers having to spend hours and weeks and months on creating CG environments. Just hire some AI to do it for us, and they can do it
Yeah,
in
Sora 2 will do it.
they can do it in 2 hours.
Yeah.
There's even that
I
quip
mean, AI's
in the movie, he's like, you could see a carpenter making a beautiful chair, and then one of your robots comes in, makes a better chair twice as fast, and then whacks you in the
Right.
face with it.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah.
That part I just added, but that's kind of what
No,
would
that
happen.
should've been- That should have been in the movie, honestly. But yeah,
but
it's got some. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's got some good thriller horror elements. It's got some good action.
yeah.
I mean, as far as negatives, I don't really have that many. I mean, there's a few. Uh, I think there's a way to handle slow motion, and I think there was a few moments where this felt like a Mission Impossible 2 fight scene, where like, he's like shooting a gun in slow motion, and like drop kicks a door, and he like survives. I get it; it's a movie.
Oh, yeah. There's that moment where he jumps off the motorcycle, right? And it's only like for 3 seconds, but he's in the air shooting slowly, and you see it slowly. See one robot when he gets shot in the head, you kind of see his eyes roll back in his head as he gets hit.
Right. I'm like, this guy must be in fast motion.
But yeah, so I look forward to your review though, and you should check mine out. I mean, it may not be as well done as yours probably will be, because I was basically in my reviews I'm spoiling the whole movie as I'm going. Really, I'm talking about like
that's fine.
scene after scene almost.
No, it's an old movie.
But that's just my attempt at making a review on it and Last Samurai. So, but yeah, I look forward to yours anyway. See,
yeah,
hopefully your camcorder works and you can record, or you have yet.
Don't jinx it, please.
Yeah,
don't jinx it. I beg of you.
All of a sudden, it falls off the tripod, like in I think it was what was it, the Sonic 2 review you did? Fell off.
Yeah.
Except this time there's no it's done for, But,
yeah, fun times.
Yeah. So anyway, any topics you want to talk about before I go on to the next one?
I wanted to kind of mention, I know you're maybe not as well versed now, but I mean, we got to talk about Doomsday, because there's a lot of stuff that people are freaking out. I mean, have you seen all those teasers online?
I only saw 2, and they were only when I saw Avatar.
Oh, okay, so
and they weren't even.
The Steve Rogers?
There wasn't even anything really exciting about them. I mean, the Steve Rogers one, it's really just the house from Endgame, then him holding a baby, then saying Steve Rogers will return in Avengers Doomsday, and then a 12-month countdown thing pops up. And so I'm just like, that was it? Really?
That was my reaction. Yeah.
And then the other one I saw was a couple of characters meeting for the first time, I'm assuming. And then it's saying these characters will return in Avengers Doomsday. And the 12-month countdown thing starts again. And it's like, it's not 12 months anymore. It should be like 10 and a half months.
Is that the Wakandans?
Wakanda's, well, Black Panther, M'Baku, and the Thing.
Right. Okay, yeah. That's funny that they didn't update that. I didn't notice that, but
yeah.
I think, my reaction to the Steve Rogers one was the same thing. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's happening.
I can't say I'm looking forward to it per se, but I might, at least when it comes out on Blu-ray, check it out. Because, I mean, I might not be super well versed into everything Marvel these days, because for one thing, again, Disney Plus, and I know you keep bringing up Etsy, but I don't really have the interest of purchasing every single darn thing. Not to mention, we're losing room in our shelves here, so I don't know where I'm gonna put them all.
That's a good point.
And but also, I would say I know enough that I could probably, I don't have to see Fantastic Four to understand the Fantastic Four thing, like why they're in there kind of thing. But I've seen enough things to sort of understand, maybe be able to understand what's going on for the most part. Like, I don't know if it was real or if it was just fan made, but there was one thing I saw where Rocket was in a car seat. Rocket Raccoon.
That might have been fake.
Yeah, it might have been. But if the Guardians, or at least Rocket Raccoon, is returning in this thing, then, I'll know why, because he's in Guardians 3, so. And then there's Deadpool and Wolverine I've seen, so I'll have some ideas to why both of them are showing up, maybe. And
hopefully.
And of course I've seen Doctor Strange. and Shang-Chi I've seen. So,
Okay. You're
there's a few shows I've seen too. I saw, WandaVision and Loki season 1 anyway. And
season 2's good as well. You got to see season 2.
yeah, and there was
One day.
Hawkeye, but I doubt anything from Hawkeye is going to be... In fact, nothing from the shows I think is coming to these things, because apparently She-Hulk's, the actress, has quit already or something.
I wouldn't put it past her, honestly.
And Moon Knight, I guess they already confirmed Moon Knight's not going to be joining the MCU or something. Or maybe it was the actor saying Disney has to smarten up before I return to this role or something. I don't know. But
yeah, he threw a little fit online.
But I might see it on Blu-ray though when it comes out, but I probably won't see it in theaters just because I haven't been as invested in it as I was for the majority of phases 1 to 3 anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, it's interesting because I don't want to say I'm not like you because you're not a hater, but there's people online that are like, oh, the MCU's dead and it's all horrible and it all sucks.
Yeah, I don't say say it's dead. I just say it's getting uninteresting.
Yeah,
especially with the incohesiveness of everything. Like the Infinity Saga, sure things were random at times. Like you didn't know which stone was going to show up next. And and in what movie, but you could tell at least once phase 2 sort of ended that you could definitely tell everything was coming together, starting to really come together finally. Like even the phase 2 movies up to before Age of Ultron, you kind of they all were on their own separate things. There were barely any kind of crossover moments, but then phase 3 started and you see crossovers in pretty much every one of them. And,
well, yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely a point to be made, but I just find it really funny because I love the MCU like straight up, but it's funny because when I saw the Steve Rogers thing, I was like, oh, this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't like, what I mean? Like, I wasn't like, oh my god, I gotta see that right now. And then the Thor one's, again, it's whatever. It's just Thor praying in a forest. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
the only one I probably won't see just to understand why Thor's there, because I guess he's there with his now adopted daughter. So.
Yeah. Yep.
But I haven't seen Love and Thunder just because of all the messaging that's in it, and I guess it's even less funny than Ragnarok or something, or it's trying to be more funny than Ragnarok, that it loses its magic or something.
Yeah, it's definitely not a great film. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not that great either.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's worth a watch if you can access it, but yeah, it's not like a must-see.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you get the third trailer with the X-Men, which obviously is the most popular one, which
just shows Cyclops.
Well, it's got Professor X and Magneto. They're playing chess, and then Cyclops goes crazy.
Okay.
And then you get your Fantastic Four, which is crazy, right? Like, I mean, as a Marvel
Black
fan,
Panther and Fantastic Four. They kind of put 2 in 1 in that one. So
yeah. Well, like, it was like a fanboy moment, right? I mean, like, think about it. We're getting the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Fantastic Four in one movie. Like, legally, that couldn't have happened a few years ago.
Just maybe, we might get some of the Guardians. Or maybe they'll save it for Secret Wars to bring the Guardians back. Because, like, after Volume 3, that can't be all the last we see of them.
No. I mean,
Rocket's got this new team of all these characters that we barely really get to see do anything. And it's like, that's it. That's all we see of these guys. Where's Adam Warlock? Why isn't he, photon punching Doom in the face at one time or another,
Or, I mean, hey, are we going to get Spider-Man? Are we going to get the Eternals?
Well, there is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in there.
Okay. Yeah, well,
he's returning.
Right. Yeah, well, we are getting that new Spider-Man movie anyway with Tom Holland, so I guess that kind of explains it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want him back, but
Well, too bad. So sad. No.
I know I'm gonna go cry.
Okay.
I even
Just
want the Eternals. I'm the only freaking person that liked that movie, so I'm like, where
yeah.
are they?
Well, Eternals is the same thing for me. Just the messaging. I mean,
Yeah.
I can handle Strange because again, they don't really do anything on screen in the scene that you probably know I'm talking about. And so
Yeah, yeah.
all they're doing is really walking shoulder to shoulder kind of thing, and you could just replace mums with best friends or something, or one of them is Chavez's actual mom and the other is kind of like her god mom.
That could be. Yeah.
And so you don't have to, there's nothing political necessarily if you think of it a different way purposefully instead of, just trying to, understand why this is the way it is. But,
Yeah.
but Eternals apparently has more in your face stuff with the guy that plays Bernie and his husband.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, it's,
I don't want to see that. Even if I don't want to have to turn my face away either. I want to see the whole movie without having to turn my face away to see that. But I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd have to either do one or the other.
I mean, I'd recommend it if people can put up with it.
And are they returning?
The Eternals?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
or are they a one-time thing?
Well, the movie bombed and no one liked it and no one saw it. But I mean, let's pretend it was a success. I think
to a degree,
like
anyway.
in the movie, like yeah, because in the film, who was it? Cersei maybe, or the Black Knight, one of them.
Yeah.
They're like, how come you guys didn't fight Thanos? Like, where were you during that? And they're like, oh,
yeah,
well,
I know that part because we couldn't interfere.
Right. So, I mean, that's their lore reason. Maybe that's why they're not in this. I don't know. I mean,
why don't you help us fight Doctor Doom? Because it's not in our best interest to interfere again.
Yeah, get wrecked.
But
that's the issue with the MCU, right? Is that like it's getting so big that they can't afford a failure, because if one movie bombs or one show bombs, for a fact, you can't just drop it, right? Like you can't just not show the Eternals ever again, or you can't not show She-Hulk because like she's canon. Like you can't drop that. She has to come back at some point.
Yeah.
And you also can't make another bomb. So it's like, what do you do, Star Wars, you can just go, oh, okay, make a book or make a comic instead of another show. But Marvel, you can't really do that.
Well, yeah. But, I would say that my interest is slightly piqued for Doomsday, though, just to see how it all works, for one, because seeing Doctor Doom played by Robert Downey Jr. would be interesting, and obviously they purposefully didn't want any showing or revealing of him in any way in those non-trailers. But it would have been nice to. Would have been kind of nice, I suppose, just to hear his voice, even, because is it going to be like a darker version of Iron Man's voice? Or I shouldn't say darker.
Well,
I should say, is it going to be a deeper one? Like he goes, "Yeah, thanks, buddy," and it'll go, "Yeah, thanks, buddy," or something.
Jarvis. Like Batman. I mean, if anything, it'll be like Bane from Dark Knight Rises, where it's got like some voice modulator thing to it. But
well, he's wearing a mask. At least I would hope he is going to be wearing a mask, because that's kind of what makes Doctor Doom iconic. I mean, you can't redo all of the Star Wars canon and then take Darth Vader's mask off for the whole original the whole new original trilogy, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Just show him all scarred and everything. And then maybe he just makes the sound of the breathing sound with his own voice just to
yeah,
sound
he just does it for fun. Yeah.
you know, like no, I am your father and I am not doing this because you know whatever.
Father, why are you breathing like that? Yeah.
Because if I don't, then how are you gonna be scared of me?
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, it's I look forward to Doomsday to a degree, but also I'm not, you know, I'm not in the caring category anymore.
Right.
You know, peak to me was Endgame, I would say, even though some things I would have liked to have seen more of and other things less of, maybe. Like, and I'm just saying, like, for phases 1 to 3, not just Endgame, I would have liked to have seen more of and less of. But overall, you know, it came together better than Doomsday, because this is kind of damage control late in the game after they canned their original villain and the actor.
Right. And he was actually he was interviewed recently, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm canceled, and it sucks, but it's like, what are you gonna do? You know, it is weird, you know, because it's like, oh, well, they're pivoting so friggin' hard toward Kang,
Yeah.
and now they're like, no, we're not. So it is a Hail Mary, but I mean, I don't think Marvel can make great stuff when they want to, and obviously being an Avengers movie, they're not gonna F this up.
Well,
at least they're gonna try not to.
That's why they got the Russos, because they know how to do this stuff. Even though some things are still questionable about the other movies they did, like, you know, like Hulk being how he is in Endgame. You know, on the one hand, he had to be that way because he had to have the intelligence to do the snap. But on the other hand, it's like, why couldn't he have gotten super angry during the last battle after that, and then become the real Hulk that everybody was waiting for after he chickened out in Infinity War, you know?
No, I mean, you bring up good points. I mean, I'd rather have crazy Hulk than...
And, you know, like... You know, like, we sort of get Crazy Hulk, but it's used more as a comedy in the 2012 thing.
Oh, the first Avengers?
Well, like when they go back in time, you see Hulk, and he's doing a bunch of comedy stuff, like jumping on a dead alien like it's a trampoline, and then smashing through a door because he hates stairs. You know, it's like, yeah, why couldn't they have just did a time travel swap after, you know?
I know.
But
well, I mean, I think, like, for me, if you guys know, I'm doing it's slow, but I'm doing my MCU rewatch series, and I just posted What If Season 2, which is, you know, it was a fine season.
And that's another thing I don't have to watch, really, do I? Because it's just a bunch of random...
technically it's canon, right?
Yeah.
It's canon, it's part of the multiverse, but yeah, it's not part of the main universe.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of random scenarios.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's worth watching. It's a good show. But
what if Franchise Fanatic actually liked Attack of the Clones as much as he hates Last Jedi?
Or
whatever. You know?
Yeah, I'd watch that.
What if Franchise Fanatic actually cared more about, I don't know, paper instead of Star Wars content?
Yeah, where would we be? The world would be a different place.
Yeah. You love your paper, alternate
place.
Franchise. You love your paper.
Right, yeah. Paper Fanatic.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be interesting for sure, though. I mean, I'm sure it'll be not necessarily a big smash hit like Endgame was, but I'm sure people will like it enough that, you know, it'll have its appeal.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's probably at least gonna hit 1 billion. That's my um take. I don't know if it's gonna hit 2, but
Yeah.
I mean, I've still got stuff to watch. I gotta watch. I'm rewatching Deadpool and Wolverine. I gotta watch the Echo show with the deaf chick. I gotta watch What If season 3, Marvel Zombies. I mean, there's Daredevil. Like
Well,
all
there's
the
stuff.
Netflix stuff is
All
canon.
that stuff isn't even out, is it yet? Like Marvel
What's that?
Zombies, I don't think is out yet, is it?
Marvel Zombies came out I think a month or two ago. Yeah, it's
Oh,
out.
okay.
I gotta watch it. I'm behind, but yeah, it's released.
Yeah. Well,
And then there's the Agatha show, which I'm not looking forward to seeing, but I guess I gotta watch it.
yeah, just to
And then you've got all
understand
that
why it's not in Doomsday.
to understand why every critic loves it, but every fan hates it. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. And so,
My one buddy who saw that show, he powered through it. He said that this Agatha show is pretty much like it's made for wine moms, like just a bunch of like middle-aged like 50-year-old mothers drinking wine, watching like it feels like that. So I'm like, that's not a good sign
yeah.
already, right? Like, not really their demographic, I would think, but I don't know. Maybe I'll like it.
Yeah, you might. Or it'll just be another She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel.
Yeah,
But whatever.
yeah. At least I'll have seen it. And then you got the multiverse stuff, right? I mean, we've got everything Spider-Man is canon. We've got the X-Men, Fantastic Four, the old stuff, Deadpool. I mean, the
Yeah.
MCU is just like crazy big now, right? And then the Netflix stuff, it's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely not gonna be watching all that just to see Doomsday. In
Yeah.
fact, there's some of those things I don't even have. Like I don't have the Blade trilogy, and I don't have. Let's see what else is there. I don't have Ghost Rider, the first movie. I've got the second one.
Okay. Well, it's funny because I don't even think. I mean, technically, I guess Ghost Rider movies are canon because it's everything Marvel is now. But normally, for it to be canonical in the MCU, you have to like see it or hear about it.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider has not been seen or heard yet, at least that version.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
So.
I know that Deadpool and Wolverine mentioned the Punisher, right, when they had that bazooka or that RPG,
Yeah.
but they don't say what version.
And he's gonna show up in the new Spider-Man, so that'll be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see Tombstone show up as well.
I know. Yeah.
I only know of him
time...
from the 1990 animated show because I got on VHS Spider-Man versus Daredevil, and Tombstone shows up in the last episode on that.
That's cool. I didn't know that. I know him from the Spider-Man PS4 game.
Oh. But yeah, he kind of looks like Morbius with Sandman's haircut.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I could picture that.
Yeah. Like kind of Sandman's kind of build, I guess you could say, his body physique. And then you just slap Morbius's skin color and kind of the vampire nose on him, and that's basically what he looks like.
That's funny.
So.
Now, you haven't seen any of the Netflix shows. Have you seen any of the Punishers?
No.
Like those older movies? Okay.
No Punishers, no Netflix shows. Although after seeing No Way Home, I was kind of trying to see if the Daredevil show was available, but it's not on VHS or on DVD. Of course, it's not on VHS.
Yeah, shocker there. I have Daredevil seasons 1 through 3 and the new one on Blu-ray, but they're from
Etsy.
my
I know.
Yeah, I mean they work.
Yeah. But yeah,
I haven't seen it yet. I'll get to it.
Lots of Marvel for you to look forward to. Maybe some for me. I mean, I'm kind of intrigued about the new Spider-Man as well because I want to see the new team up that's going to be happening, but also I want to see him in his actual comic book accurate suit for the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the one from, the one pre end game was sort of comic book accurate, but this one is even more comic book accurate.
Yeah, I think it looks really clean. I mean,
Yeah.
we apparently Tom Holland learned jujitsu for this movie, and the guy that's directing it directed Shang-Chi. So like the action scenes are gonna go crazy, I'm sure, in this film.
Yeah, here's hoping. I mean, I don't want to see Spider-Man, Shang-Chiing all over the place.
Yeah.
Just throwing, Shang-Chi and Spider-Man in one, shooting webs, doing all kinds of blocks and karate and, kung fu things.
Right.
It would kind of look odd for Spider-Man. But
I mean, I guess he's a martial artist, I guess.
yeah,
I mean, he's not like Daredevil, but he's not
no,
like he's not like Captain America where he just throws haymakers all the time, so.
yeah. But yeah. So next topic. Well, we can save Middle Earth for last as long as we have time. Might have to save it for next time if we need to, but because no doubt this might have been probably one of your topics as well. The recent news from the Star Wars fandom.
Is this about Kathleen or Galaxy's Edge? Because a lot of stuff came out recently.
Kathleen Kennedy. What?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't care. I don't know about Galaxy's Edge.
Okay. Well, that's a whole nother topic then. But yeah, I think I am the only person alive that likes Kathleen.
Well,
I
I
think
don't
she's a
mind
good
her.
producer. I think
mean,
she's a little,
yeah, she's maybe a little.
strong with the.
She's maybe a little involved in herself sometimes, probably,
Yeah.
but not so.
People
Like
hate.
you see online just people cheering and clapping and. This is the same thing probably that I think that happened when George Lucas sold Star Wars in the beginning after the prequels were all thrown down the gutter by haters and fake fans.
Yeah, yeah.
People,
Well, yeah, I
people
just find it
cheering, and
disheartening.
then all of a sudden they get the sequels, and they're, now they can't stop themselves.
No,
You
it's a
know,
cycle, right? It's always going to continue. But yeah, I mean, I think Kathleen is a great producer. I mean, she obviously did more than Star Wars, right? She did Jaws, Indiana Jones.
yeah,
She's got a whole library full of content. But yeah, I mean, I
Jurassic
think Dave
Park,
Filoni's right. Yeah,
at least the
I think
third
Dave
one.
Filoni is a good producer. I mean, he directed the Clone Wars movie, which I think I'm the only one that likes that animated movie. I obviously love the Clone Wars show. It's my favorite Star Wars show.
Yeah,
But
well, there's a few things that I kind of question a little bit, but overall, I think it's good too.
yeah,
Like,
Dave knows what he's doing, right? Like Star Wars is in good hands with him, but I'm a little nervous for Filoni to take over because I feel like Dave's the kind of guy that, as much as I love the prequel era, I think that
he
like
focuses too much on it.
yeah, like I can only take so many more clone shows and Darth Maul. You know, what I mean, like they're cool, but like give me more original trilogy, sequel trilogy. Other
Well,
things that isn't
we
just
don't need more
prequel.
original trilogy. That's been that's been you know that's been sucked dry and still not finished by now.
I mean, I just want to see like an animated show with like Luke, Leia, and Han, and in the Clone Wars style, but set
Yeah,
during the originals. That would be cool.
that'd be interesting.
Or like give me, because I know episodes 7 and 8 take place literally like as soon as the Force Awakens ends, the Last Jedi begins, like a second after. But Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker is I think a year. So there's content there, and I know there's books and comics that they made, but still, like, I want to see
Yeah.
a show. So I think
Yeah.
Kathleen did great. I know I'm gonna get crucified in the comments, but whatever, f that. I think she did great,
Well,
and I
that
think
depends if
Dave's
you
gonna.
even post this one in time.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
He's-
Well, people. Force Awakens came out more than 10 years ago, and people still complain about it. So
yeah.
that doesn't matter.
Well,
They'll find me.
yeah, they'll find you.
Yeah, they always do.
Yeah, they'll stand over you like Luke over Ben, and they'll be pointing a DC-15S blaster at your head, saying,
That
"Change your
or a Glock,
opinion now."
yeah, that or an actual gun, whatever.
But yeah, just I don't mind Kathleen Kennedy personally. I mean, she was all for the Hunt for Ben Solo movie, and a lot of people
Yeah.
want that still. So even some haters still want that apparently. So
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the general consensus with the sequels is like, even if people hate those movies for some reason, like even the haters, they love Adam Driver as Kylo Ren and Ben Solo. Like that is
yeah,
Ben Solo is like Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan. It's like even people that hate the prequels, they loved Obi-Wan in those movies. So,
yeah,
you know, I think if they were to take that risk and make that Ben Solo film, I think it would be a success. Um,
yeah.
but
I mean, I would.
like the script
That's
is
one
done.
thing. One thing I would see for sure, probably. So,
Yeah.
'cause I
And I know
haven't
we've
seen
got
Star Wars in theaters since Rise of Skywalker. Granted, that's the last movie we got, but still, I probably won't
right,
see the
well,
Mandalorian Grogu movie, even though that looks interesting. It,
okay.
there's kind of shots that look like they're just in a, you know, you know, you see Chewie playing space checkers with somebody, and it's like that except life size now.
Right. Yeah.
Because they've actually got the big aliens, just monsters, just killing each other, and
Yeah.
Mandalorian's kind of right between them when that happens. So,
Yeah. Well, I'll let you know how it is.
yeah,
I'll probably love it, but you never know.
well, of course you'll love it. You like all
Yeah.
Star Wars. You think all Star Wars is good, so
Very true. Except the holiday special.
nope, you're not a fan then. Either all
Nope.
of it's good or none of it is.
Well, it's not canon, so it doesn't count.
Oh, sure, it's canon. Just like the Force Unleashed is canon.
I wish.
Well,
The armor was in the Andor show.
it should be canon. I don't see why it can't be still canon.
I wish it
I
was.
mean,
Yeah, it's
I don't know
not,
about the
sadly.
second one. I haven't played the second one, but the first one, it really kind of, I don't know. I don't see why it can't be canon.
I don't either.
I mean, it's showing the Death Star at an even more of a completed stage than in Episode 3 at the end. So,
True.
it's kind of, but yeah, I just see like comment sections just saying how great now that we can retcon the sequels and Dave Filoni can make actual sequels. It's
Right.
like nobody realizes there's one character that they can't make the sequels retcon without, and
Right.
we are without her now. So
Yeah. Well, it also bugs me about that too because like Dave Filoni, like people think he's like some anti-Disney, like he's like anti-Disney and he hates the sequels and he's gonna, like you said, retcon and change it. But like if you actually like know, like Dave Filoni, like he loves the sequels. He's been on record in interviews. He's like, I love The Last Jedi. I love the sequels. They're great. He loves Rey. So it's really odd to me that like, yeah, he's a prequel
and
guy.
isn't there some?
You know,
Aren't there things he's done that have kind of hinted at the sequels too? Because I think you said there's a thing in Bad Batch that kind of winks at Snoke.
yeah. I mean, well, the Mandalorian show does, season 1 and 3. But the Bad Batch, I mean, for you guys listening, like if you've seen it, like um yeah, like there's the whole concept of Omega, the girl clone. She's needed. They need her blood, her midichlorians, to clone Palpatine. Like that's literally season 3. That's the whole plot. Like the Empire's hunting Omega to get her blood so they can bring Palpatine back as like a clone. You know, this is before Exegol, but it's like, you know, built the building blocks of that idea.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Dave, he loves those movies. He loves it all, really.
And that was probably his idea to have that as part of the story. So
yeah, I mean he did Rebels, which really doesn't connect to the sequels. I mean, I guess it all does in a way. But
there's some things in Clone Wars that I think are questionable, like when he has Anakin and Obi-Wan fight Dooku in season 6, I think it is. You know, it kind of defeats the purpose of Obi-Wan's of the little bit in episode 3 where Obi-Wan says, "This time we'll do it together."
right.
And then Anakin says, "My powers have doubled since the last time we met, Count." That was about a month ago, but still.
Yeah, he got really friggin' powerful in about 20 minutes.
You know, so some things it's like Filoni either forgot or ignored just because he wanted to see it. He wanted to see Anakin and Obi-Wan fight Dooku in the animated thing, and so right. It's like he ignored it or something. But
and see, that also pisses me off because you get these stupid fans that are like they don't even mention that. You know, they're cool with that. That doesn't break the lore at all, right? Oh well, actually.
Well, they probably don't even think about it because they haven't really watched all of the Clone Wars. I watched up to season 6 because I've the Lost Missions. That's as far as I've gone.
Okay, season 7's the best season though. You got to watch that like freaking ASAP. It's crazy.
Yeah, someday.
Yeah, it boggles my mind because people don't complain about that, but like they post these, you know, huge, massive articles bitching about the Holdo maneuver and how that doesn't make sense when it clearly does. You know, like people, they don't. I say this in all my videos pretty much, but critical thinking skills are down the drain.
Yeah.
And it really makes me mad where they're
the only critique I kind of somewhat agree with is the disappearing blade thing, even though it doesn't break lore or anything. The thought that they just decided to erase it, like why? Like in your opinion, why did they erase it? Why didn't they just leave it in there?
I think leaving it in would pose an even worse question, maybe originally of like, oh well, that Praetorian Guard could have just killed Rey and ended the whole trilogy. But
so in other words, it's the choreographer's fault for not thinking that through.
I think so, because like as much as I think that scene is flawless and I stand by that, like yeah, like that is a flaw, right? But I love the fact that Ryan, when he shot that, he really wanted to keep Daisy and Adam's performance, and he didn't want to have like a stunt guy or, you know, stunt woman do it.
Well,
he wanted them to do the whole thing.
The choreographer just needed to think it through, though. Like he should have thought, like, I mean, obviously they didn't think about it until they saw the whole thing, and then they realized, oh, that he could kill Rey, so why isn't he? Maybe just erase the blade, then that way he doesn't have to think about why.
Right.
Because he doesn't have it all of a sudden because it disappeared behind her back when he moved his arm. You know?
I saw a thing online where some person, I don't know if this is like coping, but some guy was like, oh, well, in the, you know, to not break lore because blades don't just disappear. Apparently what happened is the guard, when Rey like obscures the guard's hand for it to disappear, he drops it and you just don't see it drop.
Oh.
Which, I mean, yeah, that's plausible.
Because I mean, the idea that Luke force kicks the skiff guard isn't as bad because, you know, even Mark Hamill was saying it's called force kick loser or something like that. When I was researching it, and I guess they've actually made it canon in something. I forget what it was. It was one of the shows or something, but they made the Force kick canon, so it's
That's
you
funny.
know it's not as flawed as you make it sound when you talk about it, because it's doable. I mean, Force choking is dumb, Force lightning is dumb, Force pull push. When Yoda's entering the Emperor's chamber and he just moves his hand to the side and kills those guards instantly.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so
I
Force
think my
kick
thing
isn't
with it,
that bad.
no. I mean, my thing with it is that it is a mistake, and then they just wrote around the mistake. Whereas the Last Jedi scene, they didn't write around it like that.
I know they just
Disappearing.
erased it because they thought that would be a better solution than just thinking the choreography a little more thoroughly through.
Right.
You
I mean,
know?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they shot it and they couldn't do a reshoot for.
But
I don't know. You know,
I don't
I
have
don't
a
know.
problem with Last Jedi or the sequels, except for one scene in Rise of Skywalker, which I do manage to turn my face away I know when it's just about to come, so I could time it. But other than
Oh,
that, I have no problems with it really, and I don't know. I might even do a marathon in the summer again.
oh, you're talking about the Babu Frick scene, huh? Who's
No,
that flyer? Oh,
no, I'm talking about at the end when they're celebrating and you see two women profess their love to each other physically.
yeah.
But no,
The ugliest
who's
lady with.
that flyer actually isn't a problem for me. I don't,
Okay.
you know,
By the way,
and
that lady, General Daisy, she's a decent character in the comics, but my God, her nose, like I don't want to bully her, but she looks like Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
yeah, some people say she has a rat nose
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something, but I don't know. I mean, I don't mind her personally. Just I don't agree with the decision that a certain group needed to be represented, so they made her one of the two that would represent them.
Right.
But yeah, and
Well,
actually,
don't even get me started on that
in
Young
those
Jedi Adventure show either.
yeah those lines in the prequels that you have a problem with, in episode 2 when they're professing their love, and then in episode 3 on the balcony. I would say the episode 2 one is better, because the
Um,
one in episode 3 really makes no sense, because you're so beautiful. It's only because I'm so in love. No, it's because I'm so
I
in
know,
love with
I know,
you.
it makes no sense.
Like, as opposed to I truly deeply love you. I mean, so what if you hate it? It makes a little more sense than the
It
other
does,
thing,
right?
because like I'd want to hear that more than just like get to the darn Kashyyyk battle already, you stupid scene. I don't want to hear this nonsense.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, uh, I, George tried to make it romantic, but he
Yeah,
flopped on that
well,
one.
you know, when you're in charge of multiple things and you are also trying to tell a story, and I mean, I don't know, my justification may not be all that good, but you know he did what he did, and we just have to live with it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Same
nothing
with
I
the
can do about it.
sequels. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen more of a lightsaber battle, and actually, I would have liked to have seen Luke's green lightsaber show up in the Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, but he must have destroyed it or something after he, had that moment of regret, or it got crushed in the rubble when Kylo, brought the temple down.
That could have been. If you give me time, there is a canonical reason, but I, I don't know. I mean, I like this fact that it's blue because it shows the audience that, like the first thing he does with the blue lightsaber in that movie is throw it off a cliff,
Yeah,
and it shows his progression that, like, he even says, "What am I gonna do? Face down the whole First Order with a laser sword?" And then in the end, that's literally what he does. Like
yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was cool, but no, yeah, the green one is my favorite Luke saber as well.
Well, it's also just unique because the blue one is just Anakin's lightsaber with a few
Right.
tweaks to the design. Because I think by the time Luke gets it, certain things are changed on it. but like it still looks the same, but there's certain differences too. And then when Ray gets it, before it breaks, it's also changed a bit. And then, of course, after it breaks, obviously, we know the change there. But
Yeah, yeah. And then now it's in the sand and on Tatooine. So.
yeah, so. But, I think, I see comments and just. I'm tempted to say something, but I find it's not me cowering or chickening out because I don't want to suddenly become a target. It's just, it's not worth saying anything. Just let the haters be idiots to themselves, and other people can either give in or just, do what Luke did when Kylo thinks he obliterated him with all those walkers, and he just brushes his shoulder. Just be just brush the haters all off and go past their dumb comments. Don't pay any mind to them.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there's not much you can do regarding Kathleen leaving. I mean, I thought she did good. But,
but I mean,
I'm excited to see.
It kind of, surely she doesn't want to be the president forever anyway. I mean, George kind of left, I think, at the same age that she is now. So
yeah, roughly.
He didn't want to be stuck in Star Wars either all his life, despite not counting all the prequel hate that he was getting. But it's just at there comes a point when you just want to move on, and it's not because of the dummies out there. It's just because you feel like it's what you need to do. So
yeah, and that's exactly why she left, right? I mean. There's going to be some stupid clickbait video where she's like, oh, well, she was pressured by the hate. Like, no, she left on her own
Well,
accord.
There are still things saying, on her way out, she's got some final words, and she still sticks by that, Star Wars reputation is all because of the toxic fandom and such, and people are just kind of brushing that off because they don't, they're narcissists, basically. They don't see themselves. They only... express what they want, and if they don't get it, then the aftermath is clear,
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, it's funny because like she's going out swinging. She's like, oh well, toxic people are the worst, and I think Last Jedi is great. She said that, and she's like, oh well, I'm still gonna work on Starfighter and Mandalorian.
Maybe
so, she's still kicking, even though she's leaving.
Yeah. Well, she might not be. She might just be changing from president to producer, for that all we know.
Yeah.
She may not be gone, but she'll be, she just won't be the president, so how are people going to blame her for everything Filoni does when they discover she's still around in some way?
Well, I think it's going to be really funny when Filoni makes something that, has a girl in it or whatever.
Yeah.
Or has a black person or whatever that, these people online hate. And then all of a sudden, they're going to be like, oh, Filoni sucks now. Oh, we need Kathleen back. It's gonna make my freaking day.
It won't take long.
No, it won't. But it's funny because, like, these people think Dave is the second coming of Christ. But it's like he's doing the same thing she's doing. Like, he's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. They think Dave is some anti... he's a hard right. There's no more women. It's like, no, like, you got it wrong.
He hates Andor.
Right. Oh, my God. Yeah, jeez.
But.
So,
well.
I guess there's always going to be some idiot out there.
Yeah. I'm not, I'm like with MCU, I'm not so invested in Star Wars anymore. So it's not entirely. I mean, it does kind of bother me a bit whenever I see things like that. It's just like. Why doesn't Facebook just, delete these dumb comments, These people these people like to have the right of free speech, but they like to abuse it more.
Yeah.
They like to abuse
it's bad on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, I don't
Twitter's even worse.
I don't go on Twitter, but yeah, Facebook is where I get all my things like I see things now of there's that Last of Us person that's creating controversy. Not to get into that, but see a bunch of articles on that person now, and because apparently J.K. Rowling is trying to get rid of her or something, even though her Harry Potter has nothing to do with Last of Us.
Who's this? Bella Porch?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, she's a weirdo.
they are. No,
No, she. It.
But yeah, and she's even bashing. There's that girl from Madam Web, Sydney Sweeney. She's saying,
Oh yeah.
She's criticizing her because of her large natural, breasts, and it's like, you're you're trying to be more important with your image, or something like that, and she's just being a dummy, really.
Yeah.
And I think she got canceled now because of all her comments, so she won't be in the third season.
Oh Jesus! Well, I mean, I wasn't watching that to begin with, so that doesn't affect me in the slightest.
No, I'm just saying though. I think she's getting replaced now. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, but I think Star Wars. I want to see some people online really, get kicked to the curb, so to speak.
Yeah.
Maybe just a few people with multiple accounts, but I still would like to see them start getting kicked to the curb.
Right. No, same here.
They say.
Yeah. And what it makes just, I mean, I'm not going to drown on it too much longer, but what makes me mad about it is that the people that complain, they're always wrong.
Yeah.
Like every comment, they're like, "Oh, this makes no sense. They ruined the lore," and I'm like, "No, think about it. Like, read a comic or like use your brain for 5 seconds. Like, no, you're wrong." And that's what makes me mad is that they think they're right. Like, there's people that, no, the sky's green. I'm like, no, the sky's blue, right?
Well,
like, you can't.
You see that with Avatar as well. Everybody's saying it's the same thing over and over, but it's really not. I mean, yeah, there's shots in Fire and Ash that look like they came from the first movie.
Okay.
And even some from the second one, but it is not the same thing. It's in fact much grander than either of them, especially in the final battle, when you kind of get like what you get in those movies times 20 kind of thing.
I still got to see that third movie.
So, it's...
I guess that'll be for
haters
the next podcast.
I think it's just basement dwellers, that's all. They don't get
out.
Yeah,
you summed it up right there.
They don't get out, so they have no idea what they're really talking about, because they don't have the same experience that the people that actually do like these things and talk about them and everything, they don't have the same experience as them, so their only weapon is trolling, bashing, negativity.
Yeah.
The only good thing is the trash that's in my little basement room here.
Yeah.
That's why every movie is trash to them, because that's all they see in their basements is trash everywhere.
Yeah. You nailed that.
But anyway, so if you want, we can save Middle Earth for next time, or we could try doing it quickly. I don't know.
I think next time would be better. As much as I want to talk about it, my PC is dying. But it is great.
Next time will be Last Samurai for sure, though.
Yes. Yeah, we'll do Last Samurai, you guys. We got Lord of the Rings. We got that new Hunt for Gala movie that's filming relatively soon. So
and hopefully
maybe we'll talk about War of the Rohirrim.
Yeah. Because, I watched all 7. I did a marathon on all 7. So
nice. That's cool.
And I'm going to do another one in April, when the first Sunday of April starts.
Okay, that's cool.
Because I had a little issue with Battle of the Five Armies, but hopefully I've resolved it now. So.
Oh, jeez. What, your disc? Or like the...
Well, I don't know if it was the disc, but... Like, sometimes a lot of times when you put in a movie, it kind of opens with like the logo of the production company anyway, where in this case it's Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
It kind of opens with like a logo, and you can skip it and it goes straight to the menu. and then when you press play, then it shows like the warning, copyright laws, and then it goes to the rating, and then you can skip the rating part, and then it goes straight to the movie. For some reason, the logo and the rating bit didn't show up. It just kind of like went straight to the menu and then straight to the movie after I pressed play. And then the moment that Smog is obliterating the lake town, it froze just when Bard's son Bane.
Bane, yeah.
Yeah.
Close enough.
He screams "da," and then it froze on his face just after he said that.
I mean, that's probably the funniest place to pause, honestly. But yeah, that's weird.
So I had to eject it, and then when I put it back in, then the logo thing happened. So I don't know. It just was weird how that happened. But hopefully this time it'll. Now that I know, I have to have the logo and the rating appear before, because that's, I think, something happened that they didn't appear, and then it didn't work right.
Right.
So.
Well. At least you know what to do, but yeah, that's.
But anyway, yeah, that's for next time. So.
Yeah, I'm excited to get to it. That'll be a fun one. But
yeah,
I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I mean, we got some good topics in here. We got a little bit of positive affirmation at the end too. So I think we could check that off the list.
Positive affirmation, yeah.
Huh.
So, yeah, and. Hope you guys enjoy the Middle Earth gameplay, although it was meant for the Middle Earth topic, but whatever. I mean, I got more gameplay to record anyway, so I'll find something else to record.
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
And whatever I have, I hope you guys enjoyed. And again, you guys know, if you made it all the way through, comment the words, I don't know, Kathleen. And
no.
Then I'll know.
Comment the word no, like Sunny.
Yeah. Yeah, no. That's perfect.
So. Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah. Well, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and listening, whatever you were doing, watching or listening. But
yeah,
I got more content coming up, and I'm sure Recon does as well. But yeah, let us know in the comments if you want us to, cover a certain topic or a franchise or, whatever. I know no one does, but, it would help for sure.
Well, if you start posting your things again, I might, because at least I can probably think of some topics.
True. Yeah.
Even if the other Recon Trooper hasn't been lately. But you first have to post your podcasts, starting with the August one.
Right.
So I didn't
end up posting one.
Yeah.
Because I ran out of storage on my PC because I have all my lesson plans.
Oh.
So I'm like, oops.
Yeah.
But this one I should be able to get up.
So. But yeah, so anyways, I guess until next time, later, folks.
Right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you in the next video.